Alright, people. I see a lot of videos on TikTok, or actually a couple videos of guys taking stuff apart. Let me give an example. Taking the microchips off your RAM drive, whatever the fuck these are. So I thought I would show you how I get my stuff because I get it out of the computer from scrap computers and other equipment. So typical motherboard. Uh, all that stuff is gold. This is gold underneath here. There's all kinds of gold in here. Gold pins, gold stuff here, plated gold. Those are gold in there. Then you got your microchips. I'll clean this board and I'll show you guys. I'll do a video on how I do it. And then you have all these guys that I took all those off already because it's not very fun. There's no value in those, so I just throw those in the garbage. But this guy right here, I will show you how I strip it down. It doesn't take too long as everything cooperates. Clamp that down right there. Clamp that right there. I'm not sure how loud this is going to be. So I'm just, warning you guys now. It might get a little loud. Oops, forgot. These two little things right here. And those do have silver in them. So I put those in a jar separately. All right. So shall we begin? Put a really good blade on my thing here. Where's my... There goes all the pins I'm trying to go for. I didn't realize that I sharpened it that much where it just cut them off, but that works for me, honestly. Wow, that's actually working really, really well. And I'll pull all these pins out, but it's working better than it had before. I think I sharpened the tool I used pretty a lot. Might not be a lot, but every little bit counts. And the reason why I'm stopping to get this stuff now is because I don't want it to get mixed up with anything else. If you're wondering why I take all this extra stuff off, the cleaner, I have these motherboards. When I go to do the chemical process to get the gold plate off of everything, I don't have as much stuff to go through with waste material, so it makes it cleaner. But I get a lot of these, and these. I heard that there's silver in the buttons, so we'll find out later on. But so like that right there. I don't know if you guys can see that little bit of gold. There's a little bit of gold on that. I'll keep that. It'll go into the pile. All these I save. All these have a little bit of gold in them. I got a big old bucket over behind me that I have a whole bunch of that kind of stuff in. I'll do the chemical process just the way those are. I'm not going to waste my time taking it apart. This part right here, let's get that guy off. Microprocessor. That has gold in it. I'll go in my little bucket guy over there. See, sometimes you don't have to bang on this stuff. You got it. Get a little tool. You can get in there and pry it right off of the pins and leave the pins there, which is kind of the end gold. Like that. Pops off nice and clean. You know, no pins. Nothing in there. A little adjustment on my camera. Pop that off. So there it is there. Get these guys off. Then all my pins are still over here. Now it's looking a little more naked. Oops. Oops. And believe it or not, those are actually gold pins. I just lost. and get all the garbage off. That right there, where'd that other? Alright. Now we'll go in and get the chips off. Oh, not that one. I don't like those ones. That one's a glass one. There goes the little one. Microchips, or microprocessors, sorry, microprocessors. Save those guys. You would not believe how fast these microprocessors add up when you collect them off of stuff. There is a lot of microprocessors out there. Alright, this guy right here is going to be a pain in the butt to keep it all together without losing a bunch of the gold pins out of it. There are some that come with the cover. I like those ones because I can lock it into place and peel it off altogether. But let's see how clean I can get this off. Give it a shot here. I sharpened my thingamajig. Not very clean, not very good, but in there is gold. And I got this thing right here full of where your chip goes. So I've tried several different ways to get motherboards, clean the stuff off. And all that might not look like much, but it adds up in the end. I tried one way of the big pins that you make pancakes on. I grabbed one of those, heating one went up to 350, and I was messing with the temperature and getting everything warm from the circuits or from the solder. I didn't really like that way. It was dangerous because a lot of stuff started smoking, chemicals and whatever the heck's on these things. I didn't want to breathe it at all. So, all right, on to the last part. We'll get this guy up. Shake him off right there. Flip him over. Ooh, shit, that hurt. Yikes. That was close. Note to self, do not put your finger underneath the vise before you close it. Not very bright, I tell you. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I call a clean motherboard. All the little pieces, all this stuff, I'll break it down further. Either I'll keep it in the plastic, or sometimes when you get through the metal part of it, it's pretty easy to get the pins out. Sometimes they slide right out. So, but there's gold pins in all these. I'm hoping that there's gold pins in this one. I'm not sure, but I know there's some in this one. You can see one's in that one. Oh, I just dropped that one. But short little video on processing motherboards. Now this motherboard is ready for chemical process that I'll be doing this spring and videoing, and you can kind of maybe see, I'm not sure if you can see the gold on those pins, but that's what I'm after. And that's what I'm after. But yeah, that's it. So it went from looking like this when I started, like this right here when I started, this right here when I ended. I'll do this one too. I got more over here. Got a box of them over here that I'll do. And I just put them in this bin right yonder. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. I will be coming out with more stuff. Thanks for the support.